You're at a steakhouse on a Thursday, not because it's a special occasion, because you got the email, the raise, or the promotion, or your spouse landed the new role and suddenly the household income jumps from $80,000 to $150,000. You look at the menu and you don't even flinch at the price. You order the steak. You add the appetizer. You say the sentence that triggers everything. We deserve this. Now fast forward 12 months. Same couple, same careers, bigger income, but the savings account, basically unchanged. The stress, up. The calendar, packed. And the weird part is, they can't even explain where the money went, because it didn't go to one stupid thing. It went to 100 reasonable things. This is the Steakhouse Illusion. The moment your brain decides your raise is spendable, not strategic. Spending expands like gas. It fills whatever income container you give it. And dual income households are the biggest target because you have money, but you don't have time. Part 1. The psychology of deserve. Let's talk about lifestyle creep. Most people describe it like inflation. Oh, costs are up. Things got more expensive. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a psychological shift, a silent question change. When you were making $80K, the question was, can we afford it? When you're making $150K, the question becomes, do we deserve it? That deserve word is gasoline, because deserve isn't math, it's emotion, it's identity, it's a reward system. And once your lifestyle becomes a reward, downgrading feels like punishment. That's why people can upgrade easily, but downgrading feels like failure. This is death by 1,000 upgrades, not one big splurge, 100 tiny decisions that all feel fine. Let me list the ones that destroy high-income couples quietly. Target runs become Whole Foods runs. Packing lunch becomes, I'll just grab a $15 salad. One streaming service becomes 7. Beach gym becomes boutique fitness. One car becomes a nicer car, then 2 nicer cars. A basic vacation becomes, we should do this right. Your phone plan becomes premium. Your insurance upgrades. Your Amazon cart becomes a lifestyle. And here's the trap. Each upgrade buys a tiny moment of relief, but it also increases your monthly burn rate. And the higher your burn rate, the more your life requires your next paycheck. So your raise doesn't make you wealthy. It just makes you harder to maintain. Part 2. The convenience tax. The math. Dual income couples have a unique problem. You're not just cash rich, you're time poor. And time poor people don't spend money on stuff. They spend money on friction removal. This is what I call the convenience industrial complex. It's the ecosystem that profits when you're too busy to live your own life. DoorDash, Instacart, TaskRabbit, house cleaners, laundry services, meal kits you don't even cook, extra childcare hours, after-school programs, more driving, more gas, more Starbucks because you didn't have time. And what's the brutal part? A lot of couples are spending the second income to survive the fact they have a second income. That's the feedback loop. You work more to afford the costs of working more. Now, let's do the math, because this is where people's brains finally snap awake. The $5 per hour second job example. Say partner B earns $60,000 a year. That sounds like real money, but we don't get to use gross salary. We use net. Let's conservatively assume 25% disappears to taxes and payroll deductions. $60,000 times 1 minus 0.25 equals $45,000 take-home. Now subtract costs that exist only because partner B works. Childcare upgrade, extra hours or second kid coverage, $1,800 a month to $21,600 a year. Commuting, parking, and extra gas, $300 a month to $3,600 a year. Convenience spending, DoorDash, Instacart, cleaner, $500 a month to $6,000 a year. Total work-enabled costs, $31,200 a year. Now do it. Take home, $45,000, minus work costs, $31,200, net benefit, $13,800 a year. Okay, $13,800 still sounds decent until we convert it to hourly. Partner B works, say, 40 hours a week, plus 5 extra hours commuting, prep, and logistics. That's 45 hours a week. 45 hours times 52 weeks equals 2,340 hours a year. Now, $13,800 divided by 2,340 hours equals $5.90 per hour. That's not a career. That's a convenience subscription. And it gets worse if childcare is higher, taxes are higher, or stress causes more relief spending. And I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying stop assuming the second income equals freedom. For many couples, the second income equals fragility because it funds the lifestyle that requires it. Part 3. The Fragility Trap. The backup generator. Here's the part nobody wants to admit. In the old days, one-income households were often forced to build slack. They had a built-in margin. If one person lost a job, there was still a base engine running, a backup generator. But modern dual-income households do something different. They don't run two incomes with margin. They run two incomes at full capacity. Every dollar has a job. Mortgage sized for two incomes, two car payments sized for two incomes, childcare, subscriptions, travel, lifestyle, sized for two incomes. So the moment one income drops, it's not tight, it's catastrophic. And that's the real two-income trap argument popularized by Elizabeth Warren and Amelia Warren Tyagi. Two earners didn't automatically create safety because families also took on fixed costs that erased the buffer. Harvard Law School library and discussion summaries like Vox's breakdown. This is like driving a race car at 200 miles per hour with no brakes. Everything looks fine until something happens. Layoff, health issue, burnout. A child needs more support. A parent gets sick. And because your fixed expenses are locked in, you don't have flexibility. You don't have options. You just have bills. Part 4. The solution. Actionable steps. Let's fix it. Not with generic budgeting, but with 3 moves that attack the psychological triggers and the math. Step 1. The forensic audit. You are not bad with money. You are blind. Most high-income couples have no idea where it went because the spending is distributed across 40 categories. So you do a forensic audit. Not for shame, for truth. Rules. Pull the last 90 days of statements. Categorize everything. Highlight anything that was a time purchase, delivery, convenience, relief spending. And then ask one brutal question. Did this purchase reduce stress or did it just postpone it? Step 2. The one income rule. This is the contrarian move. Live on the lower salary. Save 100% of the higher salary. Not most, not some, all. Because what you're really buying is not retirement. You're buying power. If you can live on one income, you become bulletproof. Job loss becomes a problem, not a disaster. Burnout becomes a choice, not a collapse. And yes, this is hard because it forces you to confront deserve, but it also forces you to build a buffer that modern life removed. Step 3. The lag strategy. Wait 6 months. Raises are dangerous because they trigger instant identity upgrades, so you insert lag. When a raise hits, keep living the same way for 6 months. Auto-transfer the entire raise into savings or investing. After 6 months, you can choose a deliberate upgrade if you still want it. Lag breaks the Steakhouse illusion because the money never becomes part of your normal. Conclusion. Wealth is what you keep. Return to Steakhouse, same table. This time, the couple is calm. One checks an investment account, quiet nod. Here's the line I want burned into your brain. Wealth is not what flows through you. Wealth is what you keep. A raise is not a lifestyle license. It's a strategy opportunity. And the second income,
Stop using it as a sword. Stop using it to cut deeper into consumption. Use it as a shield, security, options, time, breathing room. Because the real flex isn't the steakhouse.